Hi, I'm Neil Milton. In this video, I want to talk very briefly about one of the great mysteries of venture capital. And that mystery is, why does everybody think that there's such an acute shortage of venture capital? And worse, why do they think that this is a problem that government can and should solve? You know, call me naive, but I happen to believe that governance should be based on evidence. And before you start taking money from taxpayers and throwing it out the window, you should have some strong evidence to support the proposition that there's a problem and that it's a problem that government can and should solve. Now, I can't prove that there is no problem with venture capital, but the only evidence the only story and analysis that I've ever heard is that there are tons of founders saying we can't raise enough money, we can't get money, we can't raise money. But you know what? That's exactly the same as going to a frat house and saying, would you guys like more free beer? The answer will always be yes. Do startup founders want more capital? The answer will always be yes. But that doesn't deal at all with the supply side of the problem. So if there's a demand, why isn't there supply? And if you think about it, the capital markets are reasonably efficient and very competitive. If you can make money in investing, people will do it. And not only will someone make money, they will have people lined up behind them to do the same thing or to invest in them. So investors chase returns. And if you can prove that you can make money, people will throw money at you. I realize those are bald assertions, but they happen to be true. And the fact that there isn't an overwhelming supply of venture capital really leads pretty quickly to a pretty sound conclusion. And that is, the problem is VCs don't make enough money. In fact, what evidence there is that indeed portfolio returns from venture capital investing are lousy, and they certainly have been in Canada. So the problem is not a market failure. The problem is not some great market failure that government can and should solve. The problem, in fact, is the market screaming loud and clear. The returns suck. If the returns were better, there'd be lots more money. So I happen to believe that money invested, whether it's direct investment or tax subsidies or encouragement to invest in venture capital, is money completely wasted. It's sexy, it's cool, and it completely lacks any evidential foundation. Now, on the happy side, I actually happen to believe that there are some things that government can and maybe should do to support and encourage innovation. I just happen to believe that throwing it into venture capital is not the way to do that. So in the next rant, I'll talk about some of the positive things. In the meantime, I look forward to your comments and keep well.